crafters. Well, welcome back to my channel, Margaret Knapp Designs. And I'm working on a design team project for Country Craft Creations using the music book collection. I'm going to show you where we left off the last time and show you some of the things that I've added in, and let's work on finishing a few other things up. So in the front of the book, we have that front pocket. I added this photo booklet onto here, and then there is an opportunity to put some tags back here. I haven't done that yet, but I will get those together. But most of the tags and photo mats that I've used are all from my stash. I'm not sure if you watched my, I think it was my Smash Your Stash, not this month, but last month, that I was talking about how I was going to be using some of my leftover cardstock and to set them up into different photo mats from my cutoffs so that when I was making an album, I had a few things ready to go. So that's what I did, and honestly, it was really, really helpful. So, and we also added on to the front cover. It's double matted with the Artisan Cardstock and the pattern paper. And then we talked about how to do this, where this is stuck on here with magnets. And I put some photo mats into here. And photo mats into here as well. I didn't stamp on those because I didn't have an opportunity to do that, and I may or may not. And then this page is basically for a photo and just really experiencing the beautiful paper and our picture. And then onto this page, what I ended up doing was matting this page. I put two of my photo mats down here, and I took them and put just some plain printer paper on there. And then these were some of the cut aparts put onto cardstock as well to hold that down. Same thing here. And then we've done this section. On here, this page was not done the last time, and it was, it's actually two pockets put into here. And you can see there's a pocket here and a pocket here. So I probably will put in not really wide, big items. Here, let me just fold this one in half. And this will use this as a photo mat or a booklet. So that can go right into there. And this one itself can go right into there. So we can get a couple photo mats on there, or if we choose, we could do something like this in a photo mat. Maybe something a little bit shorter, not quite so tall, but a couple different options. So basically, these are not, I did not put hinges on these. These are actually flat to the page. Sorry. Let's see. So the cardstock that I used for these pockets for the the base of them was 8 1/4 by whatever I had with cutoffs. So it doesn't, just do what you have left over. So let's see. This was by 3 3/4. This one is just like 3 1/4. So, but I would just use whatever leftover cardstock that you have to making it the width that you want it to make. And what I did is I just cut my paper along that way and put my pattern paper down. Then on this page, I added to this page, it was down before when we were done, but I added a belly band in here. So I'm going to be adding some photo mats in here, as well as we have this booklet. And I will add some photo mats into there as well, whether it's khaki or white, but that can also go in there. And then this is the page that we talked about the last time, just before the tutorial ended. And I said that I will be doing a tutorial on this page in another video because I had to work on it a little bit more because I was trying to transfer it from centimeters into inches. It is from I first saw it on the channel Crazy Paper, and she is from Europe, and so she uses centimeters. So I transitioned all this to inches, and we will do a tutorial on this. And I'm sorry that we won't be doing it in this video, but I've just had a little bit going on with it that didn't work out the way I wanted it to, and so I want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly. So that'll follow the rest of these tutorials. And then we come to here, and we have a blank page right on here. We have another spot where we did this, this booklet so that there can be photo mats put into there. Photo mat onto here. Photo mat could actually even go onto that pattern paper. Same thing on these right here. And turn that over, and then we've got a pocket right down here. And then actually the whole page turns over and we've got a full open spot on here. And I actually was going to take this and put this down with this sheet on the back and a pocket on the back that we talked about. So I've got those fixed up. So really, the number one thing that I need to finish up is the covers, this page, and then some things on these pages. Otherwise, we're pretty good. So once we've gotten this page down, I then cut a piece of the pattern paper at 2 1/4 or probably more 2 1/8. It's a little bit closer. And then the photo mats on here are 2 by 2. And I am just going to take this small spot or small pattern paper with the photo mats, and I'm going to put this down right directly onto the page. Of course, the minute I get on camera, it won't work. It was just working a few minutes ago. So I was trying to do a few different things, and I know this tutorial is a little bit more broken up than my normal tutorials, and for that I apologize. I've been trying to do some different things, trying to learn some different things, and some of it's working out and some of it's not. So again, I'll be back with that tutorial as soon as I possibly can, so that it makes sense and it's easy to follow. I'm just afraid on this tutorial, if I did it in amongst this video, that I would rush through it and it wouldn't make perfect sense. So it's coming, and it'll come right after this, so you can go ahead to make and do all your pages, but just keep this page for this. And all you're going to have to do on this is that I do have magnets. Do I have them on both? I have magnets here and magnets here. So, alrighty. So I'm going to put these other pages, and we're going to come back to this page, but I'd like to get these other pages down. And like I said, I'm going to put this page down, and then we're going to, this is black matted on the back. And the size of that matting, let me just measure it for you, is 8 1/4 by 8 1/4. And then our patterned paper on the back is 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. Our pocket is, the base of the pocket is the craft cardstock, and my pocket cardstock, the craft cardstock, is 8 1/4 by 3 inches, and then my matting paper is just 1/8 of an inch smaller than all of that. So let's get this paper down. Make sure this is going on the right way. Okay. Okay, guys. think I need to clean out the tip of my bottle, don't I? Yeah, now I'm getting too much on there. All right. We'll put that down right there. And I'm going to be right back. I got a puppy behind me who's tearing up paper. Hold on. Sorry about that. Just had to take care of that paper being ripped up. And otherwise I would be having a big mess behind me when I got done. So we're going to put our pocket down onto here, and we are going to put some photo mats in this pocket, whether it's photo mats or a photo booklet. We'll see. Or maybe even another booklet on top of here like we did in the front. I'm going to have to see. And then I took this paper that has this on the back, and we are actually going to be putting that onto this page. Let me make sure that it measures correctly. Yep, we're going to put that onto this page. And I think what I'm going to do on here is I may just do a photo mat layout on here. Going to think about that a little bit while we work on this other page, because I already have an idea for what I'd like to do on that other page. Don't have all the papers pulled, but I do have an idea of what I want to do. All right, so on this page, what I want to do is I want to find one of our pattern papers and pull the pattern paper. Let me. So I've got lots of pattern paper left over, and we have this here, so I wonder if we use this on here, if this is, so that's an option. Don't want to use that, I don't want to use that one. Don't know if you can see this. We could use a solid green though too, because my idea is to do some different types of matting on here for pockets. So I'm going to leave this out, and I'm going to leave this out as a potential. And then we are, yeah, I'm not going to use that. All right. So one of the things that I want to do is I'd like to take and make some pockets out of the cut-aparts, but I wanted to do them, like if this goes across here, like I might do a big pocket here, do a smaller pocket off to this side, and then maybe a long pocket down here, just so that they're kind of randomly placed on here. And I think I'm going to possibly do, I'm going to do the green one because I want to make sure that it's not too busy with the cut-aparts and the paper in the back. So let me go ahead, I'm going to go off camera, I'm going to get those cut apart, and then I will be back to show you, and we'll put those items on together. All right, see you in a minute. Hi Proctors, welcome back to my channel. Well, we basically left off from here where we did 2 pockets in here, and since I've been gone I've finished off a few things, but I will show you everything once we get into the walkthrough in our next video, which will be coming up quite quickly. So this is my design team project for Music Box for Country Craft Creations, and want to show you the rest of what we've finished up. So very easily, I ended up putting a solid, or the, pattern paper, but primarily a solid on the back of this page. Remember we talked about doing that? So I did not double mat this. I made this page 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. And then I took 3 of the cut aparts and I made them into pockets on this page, kind of giving it a little bit of, depth and different dimension to it. The one thing that I have to say is next time if I do this again, I will back these pockets with black cardstock or the craft cardstock. I like the way it turned out, but I think it would have more impact on this page if I had added black to the base with a little bit of an outline. But I did it with these, so I'm good with that. So this has got a notch on the side pocket, and this can go in like that or like this, however I choose to do that. And this one has to go into this that way in order for it to fit, and this one goes down here. And then there's room for a photo on the back. I didn't put a mat on that. Most things I did put mats on, but not everything. Excuse me. We already saw this page, and I'm going to be right back. I got a frog in my throat. I'll be right back. Sorry, crafters. Hopefully I'll be okay. And then we went to this back page, and I told you we were going to just put the paper on here. Same thing, 8 1/8 by 8 1/8. Used a 4 by 6, and I think this is a 3 by 3. Yeah, so it's a 3 by 3. This is a 4 by 6, and these are the mats that I cut out ahead of time, so that remember I taught in my in one of my Smash or Stash videos, talked about how I am working on taking my scrap paper that's big enough and making it into photo mats ahead of time so that I can easily put that on my albums. And these, I ended up putting this all together. I showed you that I was going to do that. And again, this pocket is about 2.5, 3 inches, but it is flat down. It is not pocketed, or there's no hinges on this because I wanted to make it a little bit of a tighter fit to the pocket. So the pocket in and of itself, it is 8 3/8 by 3 1/4. And then what I did is I just cut the paper 1/8 of an inch smaller around that. And this back is double matted. That's with the black Artisan cardstock and one of the sheets of paper. And then for this photo mat, I took one of the border strips and I put it on top and on the bottom and used some paper in the middle. And I didn't put mats in here, but this is actually part of the cutoffs. They were longer strips, so they're not exactly 4 by 6, but they are 3 3/4 by 6. And each one of these were like 3 3/4, 3 1/4 by 6. I wanted to use some of those strips up, and I thought I could use those for booklets. I thought that would turn out good. The only thing I need to finish up is I believe I'm going to put some strips down into the pages of these. I haven't done that yet, so I'm going to go back and do that, and I'll show you that in the walkthrough. And then I went back and I added some of the pattern paper onto the back, and I did the same thing on here, made it kind of a simple, and then I took one of the cut aparts and I put it on some black Artisan cardstock and I fussy cut that out. And then I finished up the cover. And what I did is I took a package of flowers from Country Craft Creations. These are the Prima flowers. And Fleur de Prima, just trying to see if there's a name on here. This is from the Farm Sweet Farm collection. And this is somewhat lavender in here and some lavender, but there's pink and lavenders kind of all the way throughout. And what I did is I added a piece of this ribbon in here, making a bow out of it. I put some of the greens along here, and then I put the butterfly here, another leaves and greens there. And it is pretty flat to the cover, so that it, when opening the cover, it's not going to make that much of a, you know, it's not going to be laying down and it's going to make it stand up very tall. So that is the tutorials for our music box. And what I'm going to do is in the next video, I'm going to actually do a full walkthrough and we'll talk a little bit more about the album itself. And I thank you so much for joining me. And if you have any comments, questions, please leave them below. I'd be more than happy to answer any of the questions that you may have. And I hope you have a blessed day. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.